let's jump right straight in, Sanam, for businesses looking to make an immediate impact. What should be implemented in the world of business to improve both the client impressions and the employee experience?
So, business on one side, image of the business on is the other side of the whole story, the whole magic where everything happens. So, let me just give you an example. The reality of life. We experience everything with visual. So, let's say if you're going anywhere, you see a billboard of a juicy burger. What is it that comes to your mind? The first thing, oh my God, it must taste really good. You taste the burger before you actually taste it. So it's all about the visual. So the first, like, if we just go to the most basic element, is how you are yourself. Because how you look like is your business card. And it represents your brand, be it like a makeup business or an investment. So when it comes to these kind of businesses, a person who's in makeup is going to be in a different style, and the way they will represent is going to be more colorful. It's going to show something like, the person is more connected to the world of makeup and beauty. So a person who is an investment is going to be more like very sharp and very like the tones are going to be gray and blacks and everything. So it's going to show that I'm coming from a very serious background who will be looking after your investment, and those are huge, right? So those are the visuals, and this is very, very important. And I believe that, like I said, that how you look like is your business card. So first you have to look after your grooming and your wardrobe. Then comes your setting in your office, especially if people are coming to your business setup. It should
The
be
clients.
exactly your clients, or like people who you would be collaborating with. So you need to represent your space yourself according to and you cannot. There's no shortcut to that.
Right. So that's actually great advice. And now moving on, how do you think can businesses space curation directly to reflect a company's brand and values?
So, like I said, that how you represent is a brand itself for your business. And if you are in a makeup business, let's say, you need to have that kind of an interior that when somebody enters that space, they should be able to see that, okay, this is kind of resonating to what they're representing and what they believe in, and where the community they represent as well. Because makeup is not about just like, they're not targeting everyone. They're targeting certain kind of community. They represent certain kind of community as well. They are also putting their beliefs in front.
Targeting a certain age and gender as well. So they have to
Exactly.
be very specific on those lines.
Exactly. And then the same thing, like if you go to a financial institute, businesses, when there is an investment happening, you go, it's very straightforward, very clean lines, and it's very inviting as well, but very comfortable. So these things are very important when it comes to setting up your business and how you want to represent to your clients and to your business partners, to anyone who wants to collaborate with you, because first thing, they want to see, again, visual, that how serious or dedicated you are. And it comes through the discipline of the visuals.
Right. And it's always the first impression as well.
It's always a first impression. Like they always said, that first impression is your last impression.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's actually fascinating how even these subtle changes in a space can speak volumes
It
for a
does.
brand, right? And so, moving on, what are some common mistakes that you see businesses make in their interiors that can actually negatively affect them?
So let's put it like that there are people in your space who are coming and spending most of the time in that office environment. So they are not spending that time in their house. They're spending it in their offices. So we have to first think about that, like who are these
The
people?
work setting.
Exactly. So you have to create an environment that's going to make them feel comfortable.
Right.
I mean, I see places where you enter and you see people working. There should be a proper waiting area, first of all, like where uh, the employees, they should feel that there is a privacy given to them, that any visitor coming and they should not be able to see it. And then, of course, there should be a proper place to go and have your lunch. And there should be some recreational areas as well. A lot of offices are adapting to that. And definitely, I always say that, don't ever neglect green, like having plants and
Green
everything like that.
spaces, yeah.
So you have to, whenever you're setting up a space for yourself, you have to think about the psychology of the people visiting and who are working there. And people who are working there are actually, that's their home. You have to take it like that.
True.
So you have to create a space. You have to think, and now it depends on the business to business, right? So, like I said, that when you enter, you should not be able to see the people just like working there. There should be a proper waiting area. There should be a proper place to sit and eat. They should not be sitting on their desk and eating. And then there should be some plants and temperature.
Recreation areas as well.
Yeah, recreational area is very important these days because they can go and, like recharge themselves and come back. And it also gives them some sort of an inspiration through
And
their
it adds up
thoughts.
to the productivity.
Oh, for sure. I believe in that, like breaks and like, the environment. So it also brings people want to come back to your work. So the planning should be done like that.
And for businesses working with limited budgets, now, what are some simple curation tweaks that they can actually follow to kind of like elevate the workspace?
That's a great question, actually. So these days, I feel that there is a solution to everything. I mean, you don't have to have like a big budget. You can be very minimal. As long as you are very clean and you're working with the colors. The colors itself makes a huge change. You just change the color of the wall, it itself is going to bring a big difference. So you don't have to have very fancy or, very extravagant or expensive things to make your space look
A certain way.
exactly. I wouldn't say that, yeah, there are businesses definitely they want to represent luxury and high-end clients are coming in and everything. That is separate. But then when you're starting off and when you're very basic, just having a proper planning, and there are lots of products out there within budget, you can create your nice office.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're saying that a few smart changes can actually create lasting impressions.
Exactly. Like just like, changing the color of the wall makes a big difference itself.
And how can the way a space is curated influence employees' mood, focus, and productivity?
So like I said, that employees, for them, this is like home. They just go to their home to basically probably just to rest, have their
Exactly.
food,
Yeah.
and go to sleep.
Most of the time is actually spent in the workplace these
Exactly.
days.
And what is in their mind is about their work. So I believe that your workspace should be something that you take pride in, that you feel that, oh, this is the place that I work, and you feel that, I can show it to my relatives, my friends, and then the place should always be something that you're really proud of.
Welcoming.
Exactly. You could be even going back to a very small, apartment of yours, but when you're coming to your space to work, it should have an environment that is very welcoming. It should feel like this is your place. This is where you should take pride in, because you're working day and night and you're thinking for that work and working for that company. That's your life. So you have to cater to that. And if you don't do that, then your turnaround is not going to be good. People are not, because we are human in the end. We like aesthetics. We like the comfort. And what if you think for
And
them?
the vibe is everything now.
Exactly. Like, I think if you go to a restaurant these days, it's not necessarily the food is great, it's the vibe that people are going for.
True.
Yeah.
100%. And actually, we were also talking about the pods that are now introduced in New York earlier before the show.
Exactly.
So, what would you like to add here?
Yeah, so lots of companies, there are lots of studies done for like we're having that environment for the employees. So there's a lot of wellness being added to the companies, especially the ones that they have like a high stress level at work. So there is like a napping pods being introduced where you can just go for 20 minutes and probably take a short nap and then come back, you feel refreshed. They have like recreational areas, they have like libraries, they have, like a tennis court or, a tennis table.
And paddle is a new thing now.
Yeah, and paddle is actually for, I feel like it's for
It's for
networking.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you just go and talk about things and catch up about your business, about your work. So these things, like a lot of companies, they realize that the wellness is very important, and they have been incorporated in their offices. Like they have sound baths now, they have meditation, they have yoga. So when you want to go and start your day, or in the middle of the day, you're doing something like that, it gives you a good break. And then you go back to your work feeling much
Refreshed.
exactly.
Yeah. And even better than the day before.
Absolutely.
So it's great to see how eco friendly and wellness focused designs are becoming part of all the professional spaces these days. And it is now a priority as well.
It is, and I would also go and talk about, like, when it comes to the leadership of any kind of business, that reflects your employees and what you're running. So whatever and however the leader thinks, it will reflect in their employees and in their business, and that will have an effect with their partnership, with collaboration, with excelling in and doing really well in your business.
And I've been wanting to ask you this next question because you yourself, you're a social media influencer. How do you think can businesses make their space social media ready?
So it's coming back to aesthetics. If you think like, you want to make lots of videos, first of all, of course, you have to hire someone who's going to make video for you and everything. And then like you have your corners, like maybe a backdrop where you're sitting and spending most of the time. So you have probably LED lights over there, or, like some sort of an artwork and something that you would like to, you have to think about, okay,
And
what do
these
I want?
backdrops should definitely work with your image, your business image.
Absolutely. So now a lot of people are working online as well, and then they probably have their offices set up in at home.
At home, yeah.
And it's like you don't need a huge space. You can literally take a small corner of your room and then build something on that, on the walls, create some art and light effects. So, and then set up the camera and talk about your business and promote and advertise. Do whatever you like.
Great advice. And any final advice for businesses looking to elevate their workspace and brand image through curation?
I would just say that always look sharp and look extremely clean, number one. And always remember that your image is your business card.
Well, very well said. And thank you, Sanam, for joining us once again on Midday Majlis
Thank you so much for having me.
and for sharing these inspiring insights on curating the business spaces. It's amazing how thoughtful designing can shape both brand and experience. Up next, we're shifting gears from interiors to investments. So after the break, we'll be joined by the founder of Intrepid, who will walk us through the investment landscape in the MENA region and the emerging markets. This is the Midday Majlis on Mira Business FM.
Mira Business